to the august company that is present here, to the chief guest, everyone, welcome. And I'm so glad that I got this opportunity to write the foreword for this pretty and lovely slim volume of poems by a quirk of fate, if I may say so. This lovely one written by Dr. Mariam Roshan Zakaria, Stitch Together and Sing Again, a Rhapsody. The slim volume contains 27 poems, and I'm very happy to have once again I record my thanks to Geeta Nair, who introduced us and to pen this forward. At the outset, let me say that to pen a foreword for a poetry book is no easy task, especially if the poet is someone new and is being introduced to the world of readers for the first time. Such was my feeling when I was asked to write the foreword for this collection of long and short poems by Dr. Mariam Roshan Zakaria, titled Stitch Together and Sing Again, or Rhapsody. However, the poet in me soon realized that I have a set of poems here that were not evidently written out of boredom or no pastime, but were resonating from deep within, the essence of which could be summed up as worship. The style is free verse, though her skills have permitted her to flow effortlessly with rhyme and rhythm often. Everything that catches her interest seems to be her muse, including suffering and seeking the self. Suffering does not pull her down, but on the contrary, allows her to seek within herself and come out victorious. An excellent vocabulary punctuated by imagery, personification of nature, humor, philosophy, a bit of mysticism, mythology, music, and the raw human mind with its longings, fears, aches is what makes her poems stand out. She has stories waiting to burst forth, tantalizing like the petrichor of the earth. From the first poem, The Cathedral, to the last, The Rebirth, her poems are sure to captivate anyone who reads them. The images at times are sheer brilliance. This, for instance, light checkers the forest floor like the piano keyboard. The chorus begins from The Cathedral, which is the first and the best in the collection. One gets a glimpse into the quintessence of worship, along with nature, birds, and bees, as described by the human being, the stranger in the forest, caught in the cathedral, learning to let go and praise. Slowly, I let go of everything. God, in his cathedral, stills my mind, and I too praise the Supreme One. Family is a down-to-earth poem. Dysfunctional, one says, a cacophony of individualism, perfectly held by the symmetry of love. Love seems to be a factor that she finds as the answer to her seeking, as we see in Hunger and late in this journey. Dimly, I only love can make me see God. Dimly, I see only love can make me see God. Many of her poems are reflections from the Bible. Be like a child, no half measures. She emphasizes in mindfulness. In Blessings of Generations, one is reminded of the living God who blesses 1,000 generations when one walks in his ways. However, the poem speaks of blessings carried from the mother's side, which is striking, as it was the patriarch who usually blessed the generations. She also realizes that she has to go of descendants that are growing up in a world different from hers. In Untold, she has stories waiting to burst forth, tantalizing like the petrichor of the earth, but nobody's descendants wants to hear the whispers of the past as of unfulfilled dreams. Release, don't hold them down, don't slow them down. These digital children of the silicon age, restless and vigorous, raring to go. She listens and speaks to nature, learns from the wind, which is the breath of God. In deep listening, a highly nostalgic poem. In the end, she portrays the comforting wind hugging me like no one ever did, the dragonflies with their thousand eyes, heel in my earthen womb, the tendril of water catching the sun to draw a rainbow in the sky. Codes of time are just a few examples of power of using images to seal her skills upon the reader. The boarding school and the froggy are poems that bring out her humorous side. One cannot help smile at sudden and the apparitions in the first and secret wish of Froggy to have a fair complexion in the second. The poet dares to dive. Memories and longing are portrayed, bringing tears to the eyes of the reader, especially in the poem traveling back in time as we walked with her through her ancestral home that stands apart in decrepit grandeur, visualizing each and every line, sheer poetry on the floor, and finally sighing with her as her niece, heart keens. Wish I were your grandmother, my Amachi, to protect you from the harshness and the heartbreak. A small side of feminism, but not of rebellion, is evident in these and the other lines of the poem. A few reflect on the ancestors and their lives influencing the generations. Illness brings out the pearl in her oyster-like cloistered heart. Her short poems are crisp and powerful. Each poem reflects the poet's journey of life, the looking forward through the passage of time, and the changes one must undergo, the things to leave behind, to finally embark on the next beginning. In Adagio, she muses, time to stitch together all that is torn, time enough to sing the next rhapsody at an even pace. In Adagio, she doesn't stop dreaming in rebirth. She picturizes her autumn years as the yellow leaf that, in falling down to the earth, rejoices at the past and looks forward to the future, into manure to transform, and again dreaming to grow with the seeds. Together, we will tremble in the sirimiri and the sun, with the thrill of being alive again and again. Roshan's poets do not speak of death and decay, but of hope and life, that the reader would, without any doubt, turn to its pages repeatedly to imbibe the richness of the verse and the words. I wish her all success. Thank you so much.